Hey guys, what is going on? It's Gilej007. A lot of you guys have been asking me what materials do I use, so I wanted to kind of specify what I do. It's very simple. I actually prefer the mixed media. I'm not picky about the brand, but this is the one that I currently use. It is a Canson. The link for this utensils, I guess, will be in my bio. But yeah, so today we're actually gonna do a tutorial on Naruto. Naruto Uzumaki is a great anime. So let's get started. We've done some videos in the past, so if you guys haven't checked them out, we have Itachi, Goku, and now we're going to do Naruto. Now the image that I chose, it's better to be drawn on this length versus vertical. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know in the comments and make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you're enjoying this kind of videos. Really appreciate you guys. So let's get started. As usual, you always want to start with a circle. Again, like I always say in all my videos, most characters have a round face. Some of them have a wider face, and some of them have more of a squarish face. But for the most part, they all have a circle for a head. Now, you don't want to make it like too big. You want to keep it nice and centered. And then, of course, we're going to divide that circle in the middle like we always do. Now, you always gotta use guidelines for that. And depending on the chin, I know some characters have like a larger chin. Some of them have like a more manly chin. I don't know how to explain it. But in this image that I chose, which you guys can see on the left side of the screen, he has kind of like a wider chin. So we're gonna just draw that line right there, and then we're gonna curve into these lines a little bit like that. It curves a little bit, so like right here it does that, and then it kind of still curves a little bit here. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do like this, and then we're gonna do the same thing for the other side. So we're gonna go like that, and I want to keep it even, so we're gonna go a little bit farther out. And same thing, it curves a little bit, so we're gonna go like that. So now that we have the head shape for Naruto, I usually like to leave the detail areas till the end. So we're just gonna go from here. We're gonna go down. I feel like the clothes is usually just easier. So it's just more straight lines basically than anything else. So we're gonna do kind of like an even neck. And I see that it kind of goes right at the chin. So it's going to be like almost just up to the same line right here. So we're going to do the same thing for this one. After that, we can actually just see the lines that kind of come out of here for the clothes. So we're going to do that. And it kind of ends like right here, right where this line ends. So we're going to just kind of curve it like that. And then we see the hair. We're going to start with this side. My right, probably his left, or your left, depending on how you're drawing it or how you're watching this video. But we're going to start with this hair. The first line kind of still stays within this line right here. And then the second one, it's a little bit out because it's going to attach to the ear somewhere right here. So I'm not going to draw the line too big. I'm just going to guide myself, I'm going to do it like that. Because we have the back side of the clothes that comes out through here. And then kind of straights down a little bit. And then it opens back up with a straight line this way. So characters, as I draw them, the anime, as long as you're doing kind of like the, the iconic things, like for example, for Naruto, the lines on the face, it's going to look like Naruto. So as long as you have like characteristics of that drawing, you should be fine. This one comes out to kind of like right here. It doesn't have to be perfect, guys. I'm not a master of art or anything like that. I just like to give you guys tips because you guys have been asking for those on my TikTok. And if you haven't followed me there, please make sure you do. So we're going to connect this line right here. Already looking great. And then we're just gonna focus on this area right now. So we're focusing on his left shoulder, which is my right side. So around here, right where this ends, actually, this line goes below that. So we're gonna do this. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. We're gonna erase this line. I like to keep it as close to the image as I can, but like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. But as you see, obviously, it's already taken form. We can kind of already see that it's Naruto. And then we kind of see that this line starts right here. So we're going to go bam. This was like a perfect image, like it's the right size for this. And then bam. So there's some shading here, but this is not a shading tutorial, but I just like to, I like with black and white art, I always want to emphasize the shading, just because it looks better, but you know, color will always make it look better. So there you go. Now we'll go to the second one right here. So this line is a little bit higher, like a lot higher, not a little bit. So we're gonna do a line like here, and this line kind of matches to also like right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. But then this one has like a little hook to there. And we're gonna go down, all the way down, kind of curves a little bit like this towards the end. And then he does have this right here to kind of, there you go. So far it's looking great. Obviously, you know, this is just the clothes, so it's not gonna be too detailed. This one also hooks, and it hooks actually outside of that face. So we're gonna do it like right there. We're gonna start with the hair so we can match it up. The first line kind of goes like this. It still stays within the chin, or the cheek. I'm sorry, the cheek. Good thing I don't edit these videos, huh? And then we're gonna go right here, and then the ears are usually at the same level, so we're gonna just keep the line right there for now and draw the third strand of hair right there. All right, so far so good. Now we're gonna look here. This line actually goes out through here, and then it goes curved but down, so like that. A little bit under this line is where this line ends, and then the other line comes out, so right there. There we go. All right, it's looking good. It's looking good. Not gonna lie. And then this one just kind of goes straight down. Oh, there we go. So far so good. We have the guidelines. We have everything. Let's start with the ear so we can actually form the face. So we're gonna do. We're gonna start with the mouth. The mouth is gonna be our guideline for this one. So we see that kind of like where this cheeks end is where kind of like the mouth begins, and that's very typical with the anime anime art. Usually where that curve ends is where the mouth begins, and it's kind of like at an angle. It doesn't have to be perfect right now. It's just kind of an idea, right? This line is kind of too close to the face, so we're gonna start erasing it a little bit. We're gonna start erasing a little bit just so we can actually see the actual form of the face. He doesn't have a bottom lip this time. Nose. We're gonna do it like usually like a little bit on top of the mouth. So we're gonna go right here. And again, right now it doesn't have to be perfect. We're just kind of laying out the information, the pieces of the art. If that's better. And then even though it's just shading, we're gonna do the line right here and the other line. But this is only shade. So we'll go right here. We'll go right there. This is shade. And then right now it looks nothing like Naruto, right? It just looks like any generic face. But as soon as you start doing the little this, and this is what I mean, once you start doing the iconic like pieces, is when you just start realizing it's Naruto. And then we're gonna go here, and the third one is kind of like where this dent is. So, and it's a smaller. There we go. And then if you notice on the drawing, the ear kind of starts right above this line. So things like that is what you always got to look out for. The lines where they start, what's around them, so you can kind of keep it proportion, because again, we're using a reference. And then right after that, we go here, give enough space for the eye, which is gonna be like around this area here. We can do this, just so we know. And then the famous headband. Now, I might not be able to fit the whole headband because I drew it a little bit too big, but I just wanted to show you guys. I mean, the headband and the hair is probably the easiest parts. It's just really spiky stuff and just basically like a rectangle. So I'm not too focused on that. I'm more focused on kind of like the features of the face, proportions and stuff like that. So since the headband is here, we're gonna keep going straight. It looks pretty straight. Sometimes you gotta be careful. Sometimes it's a little bit curved depending on the angle. But this looks like just like a straightforward line right across the forehead. So we're gonna connect that as well. We'll do the same thing for the other side as far as the lines on his face. It kind of starts right under this and it meets where it's curving. So there you go. This one's a little bit longer and it's a little bit under this one. So we'll go like right here and it curves a little bit more. And then the third one is also right under this line right here. So we're gonna go bam. And it curves a little bit differently. It curves kind of like towards the end. We'll fix that, but kind of towards the end. So now we kind of see a little bit more. It's kind of looking more like Naruto, right? So we'll go here. This hair starts right here. We'll meet it there. The blonde hair. Same thing here. Right after this is where it starts. And then right under this line, just like this one right here, is where the ear is going to be. So we're actually gonna erase this one right here because it also didn't look correct, but I just left it there. It's just a little bit higher. It's not that close to this line right here. So we're gonna do it like this. And then that's where we're gonna connect the ear. All right, great. So far, so good. And then we're gonna finish this ear. Kind of comes off right here. The top. Actually, no, it's like this line right here. And ears are probably one of the hardest. And I mean, there's a lot of things that are hard to draw because you want to keep them the same size. So that's just something that you gotta get used to, guys. It to me again is not always gonna look exactly the same size. Actually, like 90% of the time, it doesn't look like the same size. It looks like he has two different ears, but that's okay. It's just practicing. Eventually, your eye just kind of can see where it doesn't look the same. And like I said, I'm not perfect on these things, but also don't beat myself about it. Just keep practicing and it will look better each time. We'll do that. We can erase some lines, but we're gonna do that afterwards actually. So let's finish this ear. So we said that this line starts a little bit higher up, and then bam, there you go. All right, so we're gonna connect those lines again. The ear kind of comes off this one. Try to keep it the same height, but it is what it is. So it looks okay. It doesn't look too bad. Maybe I gotta raise this a little bit. Just looking at the video, maybe like right there. So we're gonna tweak it a little bit. There we go. Again, it does not have to be perfect, but all ears kind of have the same shape. They have this line right here, especially if it's like front face. Wow, my pencil went flying. That's how excited I am. And then it has a little thing right here usually, and then one line that always goes here. There we go. So it's looking good so far. And then the top of the headband, it looks pretty straight on here, so we're just gonna do that. We're gonna start right there. Same thing with this one. This one has a little dent, so we're gonna kind of give it some form, because if it looks too straight, then it's not gonna be very, very, what's the right word? It's not gonna look very real. I should put some here, but the image has it very, very straight. All right, and then again, we're not focusing too much on the top of the headband or the hair, but we're gonna do 2 strands here, because his hair obviously isn't that long. And then we see that this hair piece also kind of goes all the way down here, which is still within the frame of what we're drawing. There we go. We have the headband, which does not start there. So this is where the hair is. If you look at this line, it's kind of more like right here, right? The distance between those two. And it goes pretty low, but not too much, and then it starts kind of heading upwards, and that also ends kind of like, let me draw this here right here. It's more straight down, and then this line is still within frame. It goes like right here. It doesn't go all the way down, so we got to be careful with that. It goes like right there. And again, that doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, if we had a better picture where he showed the whole hair, that would be even better. But again, I kind of did the head a little too big, but that's okay. Now this line does not touch this, so we're gonna go like right here. Again, we're not gonna be able to have that in frame, but this little circles don't really matter. They're usually in the same line. And then the same thing with this. They're kind of like in a straight line upwards. But try to keep it even to the other one. And again, all this comes with a lot of practice, guys. So don't feel bad if they're not like completely straight. I'm sure mine aren't. If I were to get a ruler, I'm sure those wouldn't be straight. But there we go. So far we have pretty much everything. Now we just got to add the details. Let's see. This actually kind of starts right where this ends. So we'll start that here. We'll kind of match the line here. And then up here. And what I usually do is I actually just do it like this. Obviously there's a triangle here, but I do the triangle at the end. And then there's a triangle within the triangle for the shape. And then I kind of just, honestly, just kind of go with that one line, and then I just circle back like that. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, guys. If we were perfectionists, we would be trying to get paid to do this. I would try to become an artist. But I'm not. I'm just here for fun. It's a hobby. I really enjoy it. I hope you guys are enjoying the video as well, if you're still here. And then that's pretty much it, guys. Now we just got to draw the eyes, which is typically, it's usually really hard to match the eyes as well. So some guidelines will help you, but again, like I said, I'm not worried about that. I'm not trying to make it perfect. Here's kind of where we go on our own, because obviously the face is very squished versus the drawing that we just did, or that we're watching, I guess. But we'll go right here, kind of goes up, and bam. We'll cut it off like right here. And then this is very straight. And if you look at this line actually starts kind of like where this ends. So it's a very big eye. And he has a very nice round eye. So we're gonna do that. This line, there's like another line here, but this line kind of goes all the way up to here. And then the eye is kind of centered. So, and it kind of goes all the way to the bottom. His big eyes. I'm gonna erase the little thing there. And then, as always, he has a pupil, because most characters do. And then he always has that glare on his eye, so we're gonna do another line, right, another circle right there. And then if you notice on the picture, there's kind of like a moon shape thing, and only part of it is shaded. It's like a darker blue. But we're gonna, since we're doing black and white, we're gonna do that, and we're gonna make sure that we avoid coloring that circle there. Now the pupil is super black, so you wanna do it harder, like that. But this gives an illusion of glare, like light source, and then makes it look more realistic. There we go. It's looking great, in my opinion. We're gonna delete this line right here, just because it's kind of making it a little bit ugly. It's not looking like Naruto just yet. We're gonna delete this one right here as well, because this line doesn't really go up there. So I recommend getting like a nice eraser. Now I sometimes use this for bigger areas, but for like small areas like that, you want to make sure you have like a precisioned, which this is not, but like a precision eraser, because it will help. Now the other eyebrow starts right at this nose, so we're gonna do that, kind of the same height of this. And if you actually look at the picture, it's actually a tiny bit lower than that. But we're gonna go right here. It also doesn't touch the other side of the head. There's supposed to be a bigger gap here. Again, like I said, I made the face kind of skinnier than what the actual art looks like. But that is fine. We're gonna start with the same way. We're gonna start here, try to keep it leveled, so like right here. And then now the second eye is always gonna be the hardest, no matter who you ask, unless you have like super skills or like you have the guidelines, which again I don't necessarily use, but I do recommend. Then it's gonna not always look great. But we're also gonna kind of look where that one ends and starts. So that one kind of starts here as well. So kind of like at the end of this line right here. Bam. And then it curves. So it does, again, to me, it does not have to look perfect. This is a thicker line, so we're gonna kind of shade it in. And it does like this. And then now we're gonna delete these lines here. And all my videos are unedited. I don't know if I said that already, but I try to keep it as original and, you know, unedited as possible. Then we're gonna do the same thing with the eye, right? We're gonna do the same thing with the eye. Circle goes all the way kind of up to here. I'm gonna look at the video to make sure that it looks kind of the same size. Yeah, I like it. And then we're gonna do the pupil. We try to keep it the same size. So again, this is just more muscle memory than it really is anything else. Same light source. If you haven't noticed, whatever one eye has, the other eye has, unless you're looking at two different directions. So the same thing, kind of like the half moon, the crescent moon, I think is what it's called. We're gonna do that. Give it some life. And then the pupil is gonna be darker. So there you guys have it. Now at the end of the drawing, of course, what you want to do again, and you want to do soft lines, guys. You want to do soft lines, but at the end of the drawing, I always, I know I probably didn't show it in my other videos, but now that I'm happy with it, I'll just do the lines harder. Make some adjustments a little bit, but not really too many. And that's it, guys. Uh, but yeah, I won't do that to the video just to save some time. But guys, so this is Naruto Uzumaki from My Hero Academia. I'm kidding. It's Naruto Uzumaki from Naruto. So if you guys like what this is, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit the like, and leave me a comment on what your thoughts are. If I could improve, or if there's any other characters that you want me to draw, make sure you guys tell me. And yeah, check me out on my other social media. I have a TikTok. I actually have a Facebook page where you guys can actually join and put your art on there and everything. Uh, but yeah, make sure you guys let me know what you think. I really appreciate you guys' time, and I'll see you on the next one.